Evening message on May 12, 2022. Let's not be limited with just disregarding or not. Retreat further from it. With this, it will be simultaneous purification of extinction and emptiness. So well with it. So that you enable to purify through the emptiness and the extinction. That which is not disregarding and open up as usual through the senses and sense perceptions. Don't be limited with just disregarding. Release from the disregarding furthermore, uninvolved with disregarding furthermore. Retreat further from disregarding. Retreat further from disregarding. Then it will be true disregarding. True disregarding is not about anything within itself. Simultaneously with eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body and mind, inside and outside open up as usual widely, expansively. This will be purification of extinction and emptiness in the widely way. This is not about the mind related to all things. In that, it's just karma related to karma. The mind is mental process itself, mental karmic process itself. That which is not related to disregarding for the internal and the external simultaneously. Nothing is within disregarding for the internal and the external simultaneously. This is enabled to purify through the extinction and the emptiness. Don't be enabled to just forming something up, but unable to purify it. Don't be limited with just enable to use physically, verbally and mentally, but unable to purify it. Unable to purify behaviors. Even disregarding is there. Go beyond it furthermore. Don't be limited with just extinction. Then it will be purification of the extinction and the emptiness to help samsara. Release out from being comfortable, because that is the suffering in itself. The comfort is the Vedana in itself, is suffering in itself in the form of being comfortable, being relaxed. Uninvolved is there, just unrelated to it. Furthermore, uninvolved even within the uninvolved itself. This will be truly uninvolved. Disregard is not itself. Don't be limited with just disregarding or not. Retreat further from disregarding. Don't be limited with just disregarding in the way of being in the stillness and indifference. Retreat furthermore from it. Uninvolved with disregarding furthermore. That which is not the mind. To be obsessed with the mind in this way and that way, this is being obsessed with the karmic difficulties of the mind. This is all about suffering of the mind. Retreat furthermore from the ordinary mind within looking, seeing and knowing. Retreat furthermore from it. Don't be stuck with just disregarding. Retreat furthermore from disregarding. Retreat furthermore from non-attaching. Nothing is within the non-attachment. This will enable to purify all manners. Can purify through the extinction and emptiness in all forms of behaviors, physically, verbally, mentally. This has nothing to do with time. There is no such thing as timing for purifying through the extinction and emptiness. It has nothing to do with time. Either you drink or not, eating or not. Purify simultaneously through the extinction and the emptiness. Whether you think or not, knowing or not, seeing or not, simultaneously purifying it. When are you waiting for to do that, to purify? This has nothing to do with timing. That which has nothing to do with uninvolved or involvement. Uninvolved even within the unvolved itself. Therefore, it has nothing to do with timing either. It has nothing to do with circumstances or situations. That which is formed up as timing, uninvolved with it. That which has nothing to do with involvement or uninvolvement. It covers up all the non-attachment towards all things. Purify all the formed up of behaviors simultaneously, looking, seeing, or knowing. Purify it simultaneously. The uninvolved is not about anything within itself. The disregard is not about anything within itself. Use that which is not the mind continuously. The true blessing is not about using the mind. Purification of extinction and emptiness has nothing to do with the mind. The mind that exists is just an ambassador for the blessing. The true essence for the blessing has nothing to do with the mind. In other words, it's called purification of extinction and emptiness. This will be the blessing that is aligned with Nibbana. It is not the blessing in the worldly way. Blessing through Nibbana, by Nibbana, not using any certain types of Dharma. It is not to form up Dharma to bless, not in the worldly way. To help give ending for samsara. It's not about using the mind to end it. This is only the ambassador. This body-mind is only the medium. The elements of knowing is just the formed up as a medium. The true essence to help give ending has nothing to do with knowing, has nothing to do with the mind. Nothing is within involvement or uninvolvement. In other words, it's called purification of extinction and emptiness. Don't be obsessed to be deluded using the mind with anything that is only just karma to karma, karma to samsara. Therefore, it's in the status of karmic connections. Being obsessed to use the mind in this way and that way. Therefore, it's just about karmic connections back and forth to one another. To be aligned with the blessing of the Buddhas in every Buddha era. It has to be purification of the extinction and emptiness for samsara. That which has nothing to do with the mind or disregarding or non-attachment, uninvolved even within all types of Dharma, uninvolved even within the unvolved itself. The stillness is not the stillness itself. Retreat from the mind in the form of stillness. The indifference is not itself. Retreat further from the mind in the form of indifference. Unwind from the stillness and indifference itself. The disregard is not about anything within itself. Uninvolved with disregarding furthermore. Don't be in the disregarding in the form of stillness or equanimity. This will be turning into equanimity. Disregarding will turn into this disregarding in the form of stillness, indifference, and equanimity, which is realms of existence. Uninvolved with the single-mindedness itself. Uninvolved with the stillness itself. Uninvolved even within the uninvolved itself. Anything that is made up or formed up, purify it simultaneously. Any formed up of the mighty force, purify it simultaneously. Uninvolved even within the uninvolved itself. Nothing is within the disregarding itself. Don't be obsessed to use the form up of the mind in this way and that way only. This will be only about karmic difficulties related to one another mentally. This will be karmic connections through the mind. All mind connection is just karmic connections of the mind. So don't be obsessed with it. How can there be any purification of the extinction and emptiness if there is such a connection? So don't be obsessed with significance and meanings to the mind on and on. So don't be obsessed to be fixated to anything whatsoever. Disregard even from the disregard itself. Uninvolved even within the uninvolved itself. Don't be obsessed to be fixated with anything whatsoever. To be fixated to the mind in whatever ways, to the heart in whatever ways, it's just all about karma and karmic difficulties. To be fixated to any types of Dharma, this is only the karma overlaying Dharma. So So don't be obsessed to be involved with significance and meanings in it. Disregard even from the disregard itself. To be obsessed with significance and meanings within Dharma. This is the overlaying of karma within Dharma. It becomes realm of existence immediately. Being obsessed to give significance towards something that is meaningless. Being obsessed to give significance towards anicca, dukkha, and anatta, on and on. This is being obsessed to give meanings and significance towards that which is not grasping itself. Non-attachment is not relevant to itself or the same to everything. This will be balanced through the purification of the extinction and emptiness, or the same to everything. If not being obsessed to give significance and meanings, there will not be any discrimination in the form of karma. When the form of karma is become discrimination endlessly. That which is beyond differentiations and discriminations. That which is not conditioned by differentiations and discriminations. You think that is already good? Go beyond goodness furthermore. Go beyond the thought that is about goodness furthermore. Purify everything. To drop, to cling to anything whatsoever, dissolve it all. Thinking that there is involvement already, give no significance and involvement to it. Purify the uninvolved simultaneously. Thinking that you are uninvolved already, give no meanings and significance to it right away. If there is ongoing of disregarding, retreat furthermore from it. If the ordinariness is ongoing, just unwind from it furthermore. Retreat furthermore from it. Don't be obsessed to give meanings and significance to it. This is the delusion of neutrality. If the ordinariness is there, just retreat furthermore from it. Nothing is in there. Nothing is within ordinary or not. So that it will not become delusion in the form of neutrality. unroll within the unroll itself right away. This will purify the titi from the delusive attachment that is overlaying. Sometimes there is the form of uninvolved in this way and that way is still a path. Let's purify the path right away. Uninvolved even within the uninvolved itself. Don't be obsessed to attempt to uninvolve in this way and that way to become titi circling. Nothing is within the uninvolved itself. The unwinding doesn't grasp itself, it discards itself. Unwinding from the unwinding itself. Release from the releasing itself. The unwinding is not about anything within itself. This will not be obsessively being deluded to the path in the high level, medium level or low level. Any type of the path is still a samudaya that overlaying the path. The desire is still overlaying totally. It's called subtle samudaya. Samudaya in the medium level, crude level, coarse level. Let's end the path, whether it is worldly path or noble path. End it right away. Uninvolved even within the uninvolved itself. It's not about anything within the uninvolved itself. Disregarding and then give no significance and meanings furthermore from it. Disregarding is not about anything within itself. No is not even the no itself. Don't be obsessed to refuse or to accept anything. That attempt to yes and no with anything is the samudaya in itself. No is not the no itself. May all types of karma or cases of karma through what thought and actions towards one another within the physical world and samsara, from the Brahma realms in all times until the hell realms in all times. May it be forgiven altogether. May everything be forgiven. Ahosi, Ahosi, Ahosi.